And the first thing that I kind of wanted to do, because there's some new people on here, is I just wanted to introduce myself and our team. So I am Lee Norwood. I'm the owner of Annapolis College Consulting. I'm the founder of College Sharks, which is our digital brand. I am a graduate of Elon College. I'm the mom of an amazing grad school daughter who lives in New York right now. And I am also a proud Marine mom. My son is in San Diego. And of course, this is my team. So you'll see from left to right, it's me. Then it's Adrienne Donkers. Some of you may know her. We have Austin Kerwin and Marcy Cowan. Those of you coming to the essay clinic, you're going to see Adrienne and Marcy. It depends on the day. And Marcy is our essay guru. So she's really fun to work with. But out of all of them, honestly, I have a favorite, and that is Coast. He is our new office manager dog. So I just wanted to introduce you to my ever-growing puppy named Coast. Annapolis College Consulting, those clients, welcome. We have been doing this for over 15 years. I think we are some of the best in the business. Everybody on the team comes together. We have super, super successful outcomes. Others of you on here are more of that DIY type of person. Like you want some help, but you don't need that concierge level of service. And that is our, what we call College Sharks, which is our video-driven college consulting platform, and it comes with a workbook. Okay. So those are the differences. But just to let you know, it's a way heck of a lot easier to spell College Sharks than it is to spell Annapolis College Consulting. So most of our social media is going to be College Sharks. And I urge you to follow it because we are reminding you constantly throughout the year of things that are due, need to be done, great updates on information. So if you're not following College Sharks on Instagram and TikTok, you're missing out on me because I'm really trying to be funny on both platforms. I don't know. My kids might disagree. So let me tell you a little bit about what's been going on. So the press has been having a frenzy about us. We've been in Huffington Post, CEO Weekly, Forbes, USA Today, Business Insider, CEO 30 under 30, which I have no idea how I qualified for that because I'm just short of 20 years older than that. But here's some of the places where we've been seen. And most of that is just because we are out there in the world doing things, visiting schools, speaking at conferences, and we have both that comprehensive, which a lot of families love and need, and then we also have that one-on-one asynchronous, which really allows us to reach out to some families who might not be as fortunate to be able to have a one-on-one counselor. And it's just a way for us to spread good information. So let's start here. Most of you should have this 2-year planning calendar. So you can see that rising seniors should be working really hard. Here we are, we're senior year. Can you believe this? You should be working really hard over the summer. And that's this summer part here where we don't have specific things to do because we're going to work with you as we need to. We know you go on vacation, rock on, do it. We're going to go on vacation too. But for the most part, we're here to work with you through the summer. So these are some things that you need to be doing. I can't wait to hear how you did on your AP exams and on that June SAT if you took it. Also, you're building your college list and whittling it down. I sent most of you an overview of all the colleges on your list so we can start kind of parsing that out and seeing where you want to go. We talked about your classes for senior year, but there may still be a chance to change or augment that. So if you're listening, you're not locked in, right? The schools work for us. We pay our taxes. If after this you feel that maybe you need to upgrade a class or two, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and do that. It might not happen until early next year because we're off school, but hey, again, you're going to get what you want if you know why you want it. So rising juniors, you should really check your class choices. Be sure that you're taking a rigor you can handle. If you were wondering, oh my gosh, should I take, pre-calc or AP pre-calc? AP pre-calc, rock on. Let's try to move that rigor on your understand. And also testing is going to be big for you juniors that are coming up. So I want you to study for the PSAT. Why? Everybody says it doesn't matter. Well, if you do well, you may qualify for a National Merit Award, which is $2,000. We haven't had that many kids qualify well for that, but you need to be testing often and you need to be studying for it because it's a life skill that's going to follow you through college and testing matters. So we just want to set the tone here, and then we're going to share with you about how important the summer can be. So, what are we going to focus on today? What is your laser focus for the summer? Well, mine is to have as much fun as possible and guide you guys through this with as least amount of stress as we possibly can. So, tonight we are going to talk about where we need to be now, testing, the PSAT, or some of you seniors, rising seniors, may be getting your June tests back, and you may be looking at your college list going, I think I need to get that score up a little bit. So I'm going to take that August test. So the August test dates are out now. So just so you know that. Making sure you have the right classes on your list and doing summer things that make an impact and are kind of in line with what you think you want to be when you grow up. I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grow up until I was like 50. So it sounds kind of weird to expect a 17-year-old to know, but some of you do know. I'm a STEM kid. I'm an English person. I'm really looking at psychology, or I like forensics. If those are things you like, we want you to do some stuff that like leads us to know that your interest is there and you're already doing things in that wheelhouse. So summer plans that make an impact are also going to be followed up at the end of this talk with my friend Ann Sullivan with Livestream Digital. All of you that work with us one-on-one have an assignment that says open your Livestream account. She's going to show you what that looks like. So now all of a sudden, pow, your resume is going to stand out. You can put in graded papers, you can put in pictures, you can put pictures, videos of you playing an instrument, all of that cool stuff that makes you look a little bit different. And then also you should be thinking about college visits. Summer's a little boring on college campuses because there's not as many kids. It's just the summer school kids there. So it's better to visit during the year, but hey, you go when you can go, right? Because life is busy. So let's see here. I'm going to go over this one more time, and I don't mean to be like shoving it down your throat, but testing is back. And yes, it is very important. Your test scores help you get into certain colleges. They help you get into some highly selective majors. Okay. And they also help you get merit aid, which is a discount off of tuition that a school may offer you as a carrot to get you to come. Okay. So your GPA is great, but being able to test well does show very well in the college world. So testing's back. It's important. Every day we turn around, we hear of more schools that are adding it back. Florida, you can't be test optional. Georgia, not test optional. Tennessee, not test optional. And the MIT and a bunch of other schools are adding testing back because we need to differentiate kids, because guess what? 4.0 is like the most average GPA among a lot of college-bound seniors. So we need to differentiate yourself. First, you want to always look at your test scores. If you're a junior or a senior and you're looking at your colleges, you want to look at what's your score versus the middle SAT or ACT for each school on your list. You want to be in that middle 50%, because there's 25% of the kids that did better than that, and there's 25% of the kids that did not have score that well. So you want to be in that middle 50% if you can. So do you need to test again? Again, we like to test often and really get you good at it, because a lot of kids say, I'm just not a good test taker. Well, you might just not be a good test preparer. Grade inflation. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but everybody's like chasing that 4.6. Your unweighted GPA is what matters, just so you know. So what's the number one thing colleges look for? Your transcript. What did you take? If you're taking APs, they're going to see that, right? Awesome. That shows that you have course rigor. But you're going up against some kids that may not be able to take AP classes. They may be offered even harder classes at their particular high school. So they're going to look at you within the lens of what did your high school offer, and then what did you choose to take. That weighted GPA is going to give you class rank at your high school, and it's going to make you feel really good. So yay. But colleges are going to look at the unweighted GPA, and schools like Georgia, they just look at the 5 core classes and get rid of everything else. So all those A's you got in strength and conditioning don't matter. English, math, science, social studies, and foreign language, they recalculate. So just be sure that you understand that that's what it's based on. Okay. We get calls all the time that say, oh, another kid had we had a much higher GPA than this other student. And why did that student get in? And we didn't. Well, there's about 20 reasons I can give you for that. because you don't know all the details. So always look at your unweighted GPA. These are in no particular order, but seniors, you need to make sure this is your last chance to make sure you're taking all the classes that the school you're going to requires. I moved these names of schools around, but it's interesting to look. Like let's look at Boston College on the right. They look for students who are in the most challenging courses available at their high school. 4 years of the five main subjects. Foreign language, you need 4 years of it. So if you decided to cut off at Spanish 3, you can't apply here. So seniors, really look at the schools on your list, look at the classes that they require for you to have. But over here, on the far left is Colgate. You need at least 3 years of a foreign language, but guess what? You need 3 years of social sciences and you need a lab science. So seniors, this is part of your homework. Make sure you've got what it takes to qualify for the schools that you're super interested. At Columbia, you have to take math and you have to have completed calc, right? So these are just important things for you to take a look at. But no matter how many college courses you take, it's still about your mental health. You're going to go to college. You want it. You're going to go. You're in that direction already. You're on this webinar. You're ahead of 95% of the kids in the country. But don't sacrifice your mental health chasing that sixth AP. Okay. Don't load your schedules up so much that you have zero life, because that's not the kind of kid a college wants either. They want to know that you're doing a lot of things and that you're I don't want to say well-rounded because I'm not supposed to say that. You're supposed to be focused and pointed, but that you have a healthy life and you didn't just cram academics and that's it. So you're more than your GPA and your test scores, and you need to be able to show that. How do you show that? Well, here's the order. What classes did you take? What grades did you get? What are your test scores? And then activities, showing leadership in a few activities. The Common App allows you to put 10 activities in. So juniors know that you've got 10 slots. Seniors, think about which ones you're going to put in. We want them from WOW and most recent down, and make sure you talk to your parents about this while you're filling it out. You should be filling it out in council more so I can help you more. But if you fill it out in the Common App, you don't want to leave something out. I had an awesome student, one of my favorite students, completely forgot in his list to say that he went to a summer program at Georgetown. We were like, mind blown, have to add that in. But putting in the live stream link into the resume link, you've already got your 10 things listed. This is a way to bring you to life, to have them listen to you play the flute, have them watch you do something, have them see you get your Boy Scouts award and you're in the paper, that kind of stuff. Summer plans, that's where we are right now. Hopefully you already started thinking how you're going to plan your summer, and I hope you're having a lot of fun. But here's some things that are important. Read. Just do some reading. There are some questions. I think Wake Forest might be one of them that asks, what are you reading this summer? And you don't have to come back and say War and Peace, right? You can have a favorite author, whatever it is, just showing who you are and how unique you are. You may have an internship. Hopefully that internship folds in with what you're thinking about for your major, because that's a good use of your time. And then for those of you who are going for highly selective colleges, if everyone in line for that college has a 4.0, they have over a 1500, and they took the hardest classes in their school, how do you look different than them? Because there's thousands of them competing with you. So a research project is a really good thing to have on your resume if you're looking at highly selective schools. So juniors, next summer is a great time to do that. So if you want to do something like that, let us know. Jobs show you can handle responsibility, and a job in your interest wheel is another really cool thing to do. And it's also a time where you can start working on your college applications. So here's my favorite slide. What are some other summer activities? The college essay. Make sure you've joined one of our classes. This weekend, we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in-person essay classes. Don't worry if you couldn't make it. We also have loaded into your council more there's 6, but the first 5 essay videos that'll really get you warmed up to know, and then you'll work one-on-one with whomever your consultant is to get through that. We also have an online digital platform that is a 5-lesson essay clinic, maybe it's 6, that you can sign up for through College Sharks. It's just going to tell you what the colleges are looking for, what you need to share about you. They want to know who you are and whatever happened in your life, but then they really want to know, what does that mean? Who are you going to be on my campus? What traits does that show? The second thing is the Common App. For those of you who don't know, that's the application that goes to most of the schools on your college list. So it's one place you're going to fill out the majority of your information. Do not add schools. They'll get erased on August 1st, but put in all your personal information, talk with your consultant, read it over with your parents to make sure everything's right. We've had kids apply to architecture programs and they didn't know that they had to have a portfolio, and all that did was slow up their process because they weren't thinking, they just checked the wrong box. So the Common App, and then finalizing your college list, really important. It's a living, breathing document. You have 3/4 of a year if you're a senior, and a year and a half if you're a junior, but really only apply to schools that you would be happy to go to. So try to get that list down. Over spring break, summer, weekends, go to as many schools as you can. Sign up for the official tour and info session. They're going to start sounding the same after you've seen 2 or 3 or 4 of them, but you're going to be so much more knowledgeable about what colleges offer you. Our team sees so many schools. Adrian, how many schools did you see first quarter of this year?
I think it was like 40. It was
40.
I was tired.
40. So we've got somebody on our team who just saw 40 schools. I was just at Trinity in Texas. I would not have really looked at that school. And now I can think of so many kids that it would be perfect for. So we've got boots on the ground, and we are out there looking at schools, and we hope that we can find one for you. This is a college fit check. We want you to talk about these things, some great questions to see if the colleges on your list or the colleges you're thinking of fit for you academically. What do you think you want to study? Can you explore things outside your major? Do they have a program for kids who don't know yet what they want to do? Do you have to apply with your intended major, or do they not ask you to do that until halfway through sophomore year? Those are all good things to really know. And then what's the campus culture like? What's the weather like? Is it a city? Is it a busy city? Or is there a lot of green space and it's in a quiet town, but the school is really full of excitement and things like that? Then you want to talk about money, how much you really want to spend. It's really hard for us to hear how great your students are because we think that they are great. But if they do get into Vanderbilt, are you willing to pay $100,000 a year if you don't qualify for need-based aid, which is the FAFSA? If you think that education is worth $400,000 a year and your student can get in, rock on. But a lot of the really highly selective schools don't offer merit aid. So you've got to have that money check. And there's people that say it doesn't matter where you go, it matters what you do when you're there. So this fit checklist, we're going to email it to you with the recording. So don't worry about like trying to read the small print if you're my age. Can't see it. We'll get that to you. Filling out your application, hopefully that Common App, you're starting on your essays, you've got your list, and you're having that realistic financial discussion. When are you official junior or senior? August 1st. So on August 1st, the Common App's going to go in and wipe the class of 2025. 2026 is officially senior, and that is when you can start adding schools to your college list in the Common App, because they should have, and Maryland delayed a lot last year, but they should have all of their supplemental questions ready for you to answer. That's why we're pushing you to get that Common App and essay done in the beginning of the summer, because after August, the schools where you're applying may ask you for additional information, and those you have to nail those essays. That's my favorite thing. I love supplemental essays. So August 1st, you get to say you're a senior, or you get to say you're a junior. Here's a quote I like. We'll open it up for a few questions. I want to thank you for just being here and knowing where you are supposed to be right now. We don't fill out the Common App for you. That's on you. Your personal information is your information. I don't want to see it, but we will help you make sure that you fill out the school stuff right. You need to make sure your transcript matches the Common App. That's a you thing. We're going to help you through your activities, and we're going to help you make sure that that essay that you pop in there is the best piece of work that you can do in your 17-year-old voice. So if you're on and you're listening and you think, hey, I like Leon video. Well, we have 50 videos that'll get you through junior and senior year, and you can try it free for 14 days. That's College Sharks. And if you're not already a client of Annapolis College Consulting, we do have a free 30-minute family consult. You can go read about our counselors. We really try to match the right counselor with the right family because that's what it takes, because you've got a tight relationship and we want to make sure that we can all celebrate together.